Hi, I'm Emily. This is Freddie. We are really looking forward to sharing our exercises with you. And so let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to show you a really nice release technique for your hamstrings. A lot of us struggle with our hamstrings. We have quite tight hamstrings, and we often try and do a static stretch that looks a little bit like this to stretch them. Okay? Now, as stretches go, this isn't ideal, and it's quite nice actually to get into the connective tissue and release that and activate the quads to open up the hamstrings better. So to do this, I tend to get a spiky ball or a lacrosse ball, or a tennis ball will be good too. Get the ball, and to start with, you pop it onto your sit bone. And I just want you to sit on that for 2 or 3 breaths, just getting a feel for how that feels underneath your sit bone. And then what we're going to do after those 3 breaths is we're just going to do 3 very basic leg extensions. And you should find that you get a little bit of shaking in the quad almost as you do this. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to take the ball down, and you're going to bring it just into kind of the kind of fold of your butt cheek, if you like. And we're going to do the same thing there. So you're just extending your leg away and working into the nice little leg extension. And then we move the ball down a little bit further. Same thing. Working into a nice leg extension, quads engaging, and release. And then again, a little bit lower. So we're probably working 5 positions on the leg as we work down. The hamstrings, remember, it's not 1 muscle, it's 3. And really quite nice just to get a bit of release with some activation of the quads. Coming down 1 more. And again, just extending your leg. Great little quad exercise too. Aim of the game here is not to be slumped. You want to be sitting up quite nice and upright if you can. And if you don't get so much leg extension, that will come. The other thing is, as usual, I really want you to have that really nice lift from the pelvic floor up, so you're supporting that movement. Okay. And then just come back to sitting and notice how that feels on that side. Should feel nice and released, nice and open, and the whole of the back of your leg should feel pretty good. We're going to go to the other side, again, onto the sit bone, putting your weight on the ball, and you can feel how much it wants to push you around. 3 breaths, and then we're just going to go into our leg extensions. It's so different for me on this side. And then again into the crease of the buttock and extending. Trying to keep that nice neutral pelvis. Bringing the ball a little further down and extending out. Activating the quads. The reason this side's a bit different for me is because I have a little bit of a hip injury on this side that I have to work with. I got knocked off my bike by a car. Fun times. And 1 more, bringing it down to just around above the knee and extending your leg away. Good. And then again, popping that leg down. You should feel nice and open. And then obviously another way you can test that is by sitting with your legs out in front of you. And then from there, what I like to do is a little bit of mobilization. So we're going to grab a band, or you can use a long scarf. It'll do the same thing. You're going to lie on your back, and you're going to pop 1 foot in the band, and you're going to press out long ways. So it's quite tempting just to go here, but what I actually want you to do is keep your pelvis in neutral, press out, And then all I want you to do is just some gentle circles here. We're going to do 5 in each direction. We don't have to make them crazy big, but you can work towards that. And then from there, we're going to just take that into a little bit of a hamstring mobilization. Okay, so you're taking your leg up. You're going to straighten the other one out, and you're going as far as you can without losing neutral. So what can happen is your back presses down. We don't want that to happen. We actually want your pelvis and your spine in neutral. And then you're just going to take your leg across the center line, and then we're going to just rotate from side to side our foot with the band. And that's just a nice little stretch for your nervous system. It probably isn't super comfortable, but a really nice little floss to do for your nervous system. And then you're going to repeat that on the other side. So you can just swap your feet over. You're going to press out. And then you're going to start with your circles. And I want you to really reach out of the hip socket. So you're not pulling the band towards you. You're actually pressing your foot away. And then rotating in the other direction. Just keeping breathing throughout this, but keeping the abdominals engaged. And remember, you've always got that opposition effect between the top of your head and your heel. There's always length in either direction. Coming up, just noticing where your hamstring allows you to go to, straightening out the other leg, and just coming across the center line. And then from there, you're just going to floss that nerve from side to side, just to release off any more tension. Back to the center. Take your leg out. And then what I'm going to get you to do, again, just sitting up tall, how does it feel? Can you find a more neutral position here? How far back are you this way? So I hope you found this release and exercise useful. Just some of the tips I really like for working with the hips and the hamstrings, an area that we all need work. Please do leave me a comment. Let me know how you, if you enjoyed the video, how you got on, and if there's anything I can do to help you to make this exercise better. Okay, well, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.